Paul Anderson stood in the dimly lit hallway of Anderson Tech Solutions, the clock on the wall ticking past 7 p.m. The office in downtown Seattle had emptied out hours ago, leaving behind the faint hum of servers in the data center and the occasional flicker of standby lights on printers and copiers. At 45 years old, with over 2 decades in the tech industry, Paul had come to cherish these quiet moments. They were a rare pause in the relentless grind of software development, client pitches, and board meetings. It was in this silence that he could truly gauge the health of his company, not through spreadsheets or KPIs, but through an intangible sense of stability. He was heading to his corner office, a stack of quarterly financial reports tucked under his arm, when he heard the soft patter of tiny feet echoing off the polished marble floors. Paul turned just in time to avoid a collision as a small girl, no older than 6, bumped into his legs. She stumbled back, clutching a worn coloring book, her big blue eyes wide with surprise and a hint of guilt. "Oh, I'm so sorry!" she exclaimed in a high-pitched voice, trying to hide the book behind her back as if it were contraband. Paul couldn't help but chuckle. In this sterile world of glass-walled conference rooms and ergonomic chairs, a child's presence felt like a burst of color in a grayscale landscape. He knelt down to her level, his knees creaking slightly from years of desk-bound work. "No harm done, kiddo. What's your name?" "Emma," she replied shyly, peeking out from behind her book. She revealed a page with a lopsided drawing of a rainbow and a unicorn, crayons smudged across the paper. "I'm not bothering anyone, I promise. I'm just sitting quietly while Mom works." "You believe me, right?" Paul reached into his pocket and pulled out a wrapped candy, a habit from when his own daughter, now 20 and studying computer science at Stanford, was little. Those days felt like a lifetime ago. Now their conversations were brief texts about classes and internships, lacking the innocent wonder he saw in Emma's eyes. "Here, take this," he said, handing her the candy. "But make sure you tell your mom a nice man gave it to you, okay?" Emma's face lit up like a Christmas tree. She clutched the candy to her chest. "You're really nice. Not like the other grown ups here. They all look grumpy and don't see me at all." Paul was about to stand up and continue on his way when Emma tugged at his sleeve, her expression turning conspiratorial. "Hey, mister, wanna hear a secret?" "A secret?" Paul raised an eyebrow, amused. "Sure, what's the big secret?" Emma glanced around dramatically, as if spies were lurking in the shadows. "I heard a lady talking on the phone today. She was in the room where Mom cleans, the one with the big file cabinets and the fake plant by the window. Mom said to wait outside, but I got thirsty and peeked in." Paul's amusement faded as a twinge of unease settled in his gut. His years in business had honed his instincts. Kids didn't make up stories like this without reason. "What did she say?" Emma frowned, recalling. "She said she's giving important papers to someone tomorrow. That he won't notice 'cause it's his fault they don't pay her enough or appreciate her. Then she said something about a new job where she'll be happy, and by Friday, it'll all be over and she'll be free." The words hit Paul like a cold wave. He straightened up, his mind racing. The room with the file cabinets and fake plant that sounded like the HR archive on the 3rd floor where sensitive documents were stored, employee files, contracts, NDAs, and the secure vault for proprietary tech specs and client deals. Access was limited to key executives. "Emma, can you tell me what this lady looked like?" he asked, keeping his voice steady. The girl thought hard, counting on her fingers. She had long nails, bright red like cherries, and she smelled like vanilla ice cream. Her hair was blonde, kinda wavy to her shoulders, and she wore those clicky high heels. "Mom says they're pretty but hard to walk in." Paul's blood ran cold. That description matched only one person, Rebecca Thompson, the HR director, 48 years old, with the company for 6 years. Her signature red manicure and vanilla-scented perfume were office legends. You could smell her coming down the hall before you saw her. "Thanks, Emma. You've been a huge help," Paul said, forcing a smile. "But let's keep this our little secret for now, okay? Don't tell anyone, not even your mom just yet. It's important." Emma nodded solemnly. "I can keep secrets. Mom says I'm the best at it." Paul watched her scamper back to her coloring spot before pulling out his phone. As he strode to his office, he dialed his executive assistant, Megan Harris, 32, who'd been with him for 4 years. Efficient, discreet, and unflappable. "Megan, you still in the building?" he asked when she picked up. "Yes, Mr. Anderson. Wrapping up the quarterly slides." "Good. I need the C-suite here in 20 minutes. Everyone in town. Urgent meeting. Call them, Tom Hargrove CFO, Rebecca Thompson HR, Lisa Patel CTO, Mark Donovan Co., and Elena Vasquez Legal. Conference room. Topic: Emergency internal audit." Megan paused, surprise evident. "It's after hours, some might be out. Anyone reachable? No excuses." Paul sank into his leather chair, rubbing his temples. The HR archive held the keys to the kingdom: trade secrets under the Defend Trade Secrets Act (DTSA), client contracts worth millions, proprietary algorithms for their cloud security software. Rebecca had full access. He logged into the internal system and pulled up her profile: impeccable record, law degree from UW, no red flags. Salary, $120,000 base plus bonuses, solid for Seattle, but maybe not enough in her eyes. They don't appreciate her and don't pay her properly. Emma's words echoed. Paul cross-referenced with competitor data. Apex Innovations, a rival firm in Bellevue, had been poaching clients aggressively. 4 major deals lost in the past 5 months, deals where Apex undercut by just enough to win. Coincidence or insider info? Megan poked her head in. Everyone's en route. Tom was at dinner but heading back. Rebecca said she had plans but will come. Lisa's already here. Perfect. Tell Lisa to pull archive access logs for the past week, every swipe, every entry. Focus on HR. Megan's eyes widened. Trouble? Possibly. Keep it quiet. Alone, Paul stared out at the Puget Sound lights twinkling below. Apex was out there, hungry. If Rebecca was leaking, he had to stop it now. He recalled her interview 6 years ago: sharp, professional, with glowing refs from a Portland firm. She'd streamlined HR, reduced turnover by 15%. But resentment could fester. His phone buzzed. Lisa, logs ready. Something odd. Paul headed to the conference room. Voices murmured inside. He entered to find Tom, CFO, 55, silver-haired, analytical; Mark Koo, 35, ambitious; Elena Legal, 38, sharp as a tack; and Rebecca poised, scrolling her phone, vanilla scent wafting. Lisa arrived last, laptop in hand. "Thanks for coming," Paul said, closing the door. "We have a potential breach. Confidential info might be leaking." Tom frowned. "Source? Reliable? Details later." "Lisa, the logs." Lisa projected, "Archive access, you Paul, Tom, Rebecca, Mark, me. This week, Paul Monday AM new hire file. Tom Tuesday subcontractors. Rebecca, Tuesday 6 p.m., Thursday 7 p.m., today 5:45 p.m. all after hours. All eyes on Rebecca. She shrugged coolly. HR work doesn't clock out. Prepping for Q1 reviews and compliance audits. Why after hours? Paul pressed. Quiet time. Why the third degree? Because suspicion of a leak from that room, Paul said. Elena, DTSA overview. Elena, Defend Trade Secrets Act protects info with economic value if secret. Disclosure, civil criminal liability, fines, jail up to 10 years if willful. Rebecca laughed. No proof. This is harassment. Mark, cameras. Lisa, hallway only. Pulling footage. Tom, odd request from HR for client financials last week, not your department. Rebecca, for salary benchmarking. Show us, Paul said. Not ready. Tension rose. Paul ordered email checks, footage review. Rebecca protested, but Elena confirmed legality, company property. Footage showed Rebecca entering empty-handed, exiting with a confidential folder. Emails recovered, sent to Apex contact partial client list, promise of more Friday. Rebecca broke, sobbing. They offered $150K plus equity. You underpay me. Paul, we could talk. Not steal. Confession, client lists, contracts, expansion plans photographed. Group decided, use Rebecca to sting Apex. Agreement, cooperate, no suit, refuse, full prosecution. Next day, set up at a downtown cafe. Hidden mics, cameras, off-duty cop. Rebecca met Victor Hale, Apex BD head. Recorded, USB with contracts, strategy. 150K job, Hale, yes, plus 15K bonus. This crushes Anderson. Bust, Paul, team, cop enter. Hale denies, but evidence mounts. Aftermath, Rebecca fired. Apex sued, settles $200K, returns clients, public apology. Paul rewards cleaner Sophia Emma's mom with promotion, bonus. Lesson, honesty saves empires.